Hey guys, welcome back to Lavender Pearl Vintage. So yesterday you saw that I did a Goodwill um, shopping venture, and it really was a very nice little venture to get into. When I first arrived at the store, there was a gentleman that was like waiting outside the store, and I thought he was just kind of hanging out. So I walked up, and when he pulled the door and it didn't open, then I absolutely knew that we were there just a little early. So what happened was he was just really inquisitive. He asked lots of questions, but he was also a person who gave out a lot of information. And he was basically telling me, um, because I told him that I was into the jewelry situation, and he said that he was into tennis rackets. And I thought, wow, I'd never heard that before. But anyway, we spoke, and he was basically saying the reason why he gets there as early as he does is because he wants to be one of the first people in the store so that he could shop freely. In other words, move around easily. And he can go here, there, and he can just kind of load up his basket with things that he may get. He may not even get some of the things that he put in his basket, but he wants to have the opportunity of getting anything that he wanted while other people hadn't arrived yet. So I thought, wow, that's interesting. So anyway, he kind of convinced me to venture out and look at other things. And honestly, I think, well, I know I'm going to stick with what I do understand, but I found a lot of really neat things. All right, so let's get into this because while I was there, I did pick up some extras, which don't really have a lot to do with jewelry, but the jewelry jar that I actually did get is this big, handsome jewelry jar right here. This was a $29.99 jewelry jar, and I mean, it's massive. You can see that this thing is gigantic. So anyway, I'm going to say this. We're not here for this today. I'm going to show you some of the things that I actually did get. But first I'm going to start with the jewelry. I picked up this really pretty handmade necklace. I thought it was really cute. You could tell that it had been made by an individual person. When I say that, I mean by somebody who probably wasn't famous. Just a person that was very crafty. It didn't have a maker's mark on it, of course, because it's a crafty piece, just one of those craft things. But the stone in it is actually a real stone that I did notice, and I thought that was just amazing. It has these little dainty crystals on it, and I mean, you could tell that they twisted and wired that. I mean, it's just excellent piece. One thing I didn't check was whether or not the silver was silver, but the reason why I didn't check to see if that was silver, well, guess what it says? It actually says 925. It's still, it literally says 925. But if that is actually a 925 piece, then I want to make sure that it is. Another thing that I did today, not yesterday, was I went around and I tried to see if I could find a camera lens for my camera on my to magnify things. So first place I went to was Best Buy. They didn't have it. They told me I needed to look on Amazon or a place like Amazon. So I called several other places. They did not have the camera magnifier either. So I'm still looking to find a camera magnifier. I also found out that the reason why my light dims and gets bright again is because of my circle light. So I want to explain that these are issues that I will definitely take care of, but I won't do that until I get some of the things that I initially need. So let me continue. So you saw this necklace, which is absolutely beautiful. Oh, and the very last thing is I'm having a very bad sinus issue today. It started yesterday with the runny nose and the post-nasal drip and all the nonsense that goes with that. And this morning it turned into a slightly sore throat. Since then, that's gone away with the gargling of certain things. But I digress because I can get real deep into my venting when I'm talking about my health. So I just need to get a lot of this stuff under control. All right, so the next thing that I purchased was this ring. Very beautiful. It's a resizable ring. It looks like a fly to me. It's beautiful. The stone looks turquoise, but I can tell you that it's absolutely not. But it is beautiful, and it is resizable, so it will fit any finger you want it to fit. And I thought that was beautiful. The next one is also a ring. I actually thought it was silver when I first saw it. And just by the designs on it, that made me think it was actually silver. But come to find out, it's not. It is brass. Brass, not silver. But it's cute. And this right here, the material part, it's just a piece of material. But it's a cute ring. Needs cleaning. This was another ring that I got. It's very top heavy. It's also resizable when you look at it. You can see that it's actually resizable. And I thought maybe somebody soldered this, that this was a piece off of something else because it's so top heavy. I mean, the top of this ring is literally heavy. And I really could not identify a soldering job. I don't know. I don't really know what it's supposed to look like when it's been soldered. But this kind of does look like it has been soldered. And the only reason why I say that is because on both sides of the ring, where it attaches to this part, they don't look like they are the same width. One looks like it's wider than the other. So I think somebody soldered this and made a ring out of it. So there's no telling where this part came from. But it was beautiful, and I went ahead and got it. So, and this ring right here, I really like. It looks like the tiger's eye. Very pretty. And I mean, I just thought it's a real stone in it, with the tiger's eye stone. And I thought it was a really neat piece. I didn't find anything on it that gave it a brand. I looked high and low, but I didn't find anything. And the next thing I have is a brooch. Really pretty brooch. No maker's mark, but pretty nonetheless. And then another brooch. No maker's mark. It has the faux pearl in it. Very pretty. Could be used for so many different things. And this is one of my favorite pieces. This little ring right here. It fits on, mostly my pinky though. Let's see if I can grab this. It mostly fits on my pinky, but look at this. I thought this was really neat. It goes on, it's probably a size 5, and then it has another ring that goes on, and I thought that, and it doesn't have to necessarily go on your pinky, but I thought that was so cute because it has that little chain to it. And I've seen pieces like this before, and I've never really been that attracted to pieces like this, but when I saw this and the little turquoise in it, I thought, oh, I really like that. So I ended up getting it, and I still think that's a beautiful ring. It doesn't necessarily have to go on your pinky, but look at that. Is that cute? I really like that. So I didn't see a maker's a mark in it of any sorts. So anyway, I don't even think it's silver, but it definitely would be nice if it was. And maybe I should still check it for that because there just was no marks in there. So I think I might do that. And then I got this piece here, and it's basically just fish scales. If you look at that real closely, you'll see that that's fish scales. I'm going to turn the lamp off. You'll see that that's actually fish scales, and it has a little tiny pearls, which have been colored. The fish scales have been painted, the pearls have been colored, and with the little string chain on it. No marks, but cute, I thought. It looks like something you would have purchased if you had gone on a trip to some island and they were selling things like that. And it's just a little heavy. I thought that was cute. And then the last item, well, this is not the last, but in the jewelry family almost, I found, can I turn this around? I don't know why they don't want to cooperate with me. I found an owl. I don't know what is so fascinating about owls that they made jewelry out of it, but I keep mentioning this show that I'm about to do, and I promise you I'm going to do the show. But I found the owl, and I thought it was cute, and of course, you know I had to get it. I don't see any maker's mark on it. There was a little something that I thought was a symbol, but then I just dismissed it because I realized it's probably just something that probably just got scratched up. But if you look at this, it has the little black, I don't know what that is, and then the little crystal, and then the little gold situation right there. So it's really just a very cute little owl. And that's going to end up in my next show. That I guarantee you. Now, enough of the jewelry. Let me show you some of the things that I got that, I'm sorry, I'm smiling so hard because I am really all about the jewelry. But some of the things that I got just kind of blew my mind. It's just funny. I'm sorry. But I was just kind of thrown back on some of the things that I was able to actually get, and then to look up, and then to find that they actually have some value to them. And these are not even areas that I want to even go into, but it was just some really cute little things. Okay, let me stop fiddling with that. Okay, the first one. The Russian nesting doll. I found a piece of jewelry in my last haul, and one of the ladies had to explain to me, not to explain, but she had to tell me what it was. I'm very familiar with these, I just didn't know the name. Basically, it was a little toy that I remember as a little girl growing up, that we would get these little toys and you can open them. And when you open them, there would be another. And when you open that one, there would be another. And when you open that, there was another. And when you opened that, there was another. So there's 5 of them in all. And I mean, my gosh, for me to actually have found this, you talk about a giddy girl, like in a candy store, but only vintage stuff, or just let's just call it Goodwill. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I found one of these. And I found this. And of course, I had to look it up. And this one is all wood. It's all wood. I don't know how they do this, but anyway, I was too excited. I was overly excited. Let me just say that. Okay, now I've got to put this back together. So we take the little baby one. And this one has a name, and I should have wrote it down. I didn't. Because they all have different names. I mean, the name that I gave you is the actual name, but the actual item itself, about whoever painted it, they named it. They gave it a name. So that's all I'm saying about that. So anyway, this one goes into here. And then this one goes into here. And then this one goes into here. But man, when I saw that, I cannot tell you how excited I was to find that. So now, if you have one of these, the next time you do your video, show it so everybody can see it. Because I thought it was cute and amazing. One of the other things that I got was these dishes here. Now, I'm not a dish person. I'm not even into dishes at all. But these were literally I almost dropped that. That would have been. These are porcelain dishes. And they had a name on the back of them. And once I looked up that name, I found out that porcelain dishes are really worth a fortune. Now, it really depends on what pieces you actually have. This one right here, the name of this was called, it was R.S. Prussian, Prussia. I had never heard of Prussian. It sounded too much like Russian. So that's what these are. And you can tell that they are vintage. And you can hear that they are porcelain. And they come with the little... Now, what's funny is this one right here actually had... It looks like this, but it actually had a different name on it, on the back part of it. Let's see if I can see this. It does say Germany, but it is BT Company, and it has Germany on the back of that. BT Company and Germany. So, but this one right here has a totally different name on it. This is R.S. Prussian. So, I don't know why they have two different names on them. They looked identical. This is R.S. Prussian. So, I don't know why they had two different names. But they look like they are identical almost. Maybe the flowers on this one is different, and maybe they got it mixed up when they put it together. But this here is a totally different piece than this here. So, but somehow they packaged them that way. And if anybody is interested in getting these, when I looked it up, pieces can go as much as $100 some odd. I think even $1,000 some odd. Not necessarily these pieces, so don't get me confused. I mean, don't get my words confused. But still, there's some value in these. And so I'm looking at, I want to sell the whole set for at least, I'm going to say $25 for the whole set. So if anybody's wanting these, the whole set is going to be $25. And you can sell the pieces individually if you like. All right, now, where else was I? Oh, there was one other thing. What did I do with it? Oh, here it is. So this bag right here, it was brand new, tag still on it. Billabong. This is a Billabong bag, brand new. Everything attached to it, never been used. I'll keep saying that. So, I got this at Goodwill too. I got it on a green day. And they just really ruined this bag by sticking the sticker on there. And the bag had never been used, but the sticker, the sticker pulled off some of the, oh wow. How sad. I don't think, you know, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to make some men very angry. Because only a man would do that. This sticker was stuck on the inside, and as you can see, it pulled some of the stuff off of there. I was not expecting that. But since I pulled the sticker off, this is what happened. So, the bags they can be kind of pricey for a bag. I'm not talking about Louis Vuitton pricey. Pricey to me is anything over $19.99. Let me just put that out there. But I have bought bags that are well over that price. But I thought this was a really neat bag, and now it has some damage to it, which it didn't have at first because it was a brand new bag. No one had ever used it. Does have a little pocket in it. It was brand new. And now it just kind of got a little ruin to it, but if anybody's interested in this bag, we're looking at $25. All right, and then, I'm sorry, my shoulder is still damaged. I go in tomorrow on this shoulder for the MRI that I have to get. I know you're thinking, oh, it's Saturday. Yes, they do open on Saturdays, and I've got to be up there early in the morning to have that MRI done. Anyway, I'm kind of worried about it because I did mention I did not want to have surgery on my rotator cuff, and that's the part that I actually damaged. And it's so weird. I guess the older we get, our body starts to rebel. So, okay, so this right here is a MK backpack. And, man, when I saw this, I was like, wow, that's a really nice MK bag. But when I looked up the backpacks, I was like, for real? That's what people are paying for MK? Now, I will say this. It has some issues with it. These little stretchy parts were hanging off of it, and little pieces of string that could be actually cut off. The bag itself is in tip-top shape. I don't know if you can actually see in there, but it's in pretty good shape. There is a side pocket, no tears on the inside. Just, a really nice bag. I'll try to show you this part. That's the Michael Kors bag. So anyway, I really hadn't. I don't know what I'm going to price this as of yet. But, if you think that you might like it as a backpack, actually, you know what? I think I'm going to keep this. Because I have a trip that I want to take. I'm going to keep that bag. So I'm not going to sell that one. I think that's one of the reasons why I got it. Because I'm going to take a trip and I'm going to need a backpack type of bag. So that's going to suffice. All right. So, and the one last thing. I was going to try to show you guys this. This right here, it just hung. Let me turn sideways so you can actually see that. It hung on an end cap at the Goodwill store. And when I saw that, I knew I had to have it. I love anything Asian. I just love stuff like that. I think they do some of the neatest things. And so that is actually wood. It's 3 different sections. There is language on there. I don't know what that actually says. But I just fell in love with that. And the fact that it was actually hanging there, I thought, nobody else saw this? Yeah, because we were the only 2 in the store. But, it started filling up pretty fast. But even though it started filling up pretty fast, nobody saw that. And as soon as I saw it, I took it. And you'll see on the video that I got that. So some of the things that you actually saw here, you actually saw me put those in my cart on the video. So now you know what I actually got, and now you see why I kind of ventured out a little bit, and I'm actually happy that I did venture out a little bit. If anybody is, I love this thing. I thought it was absolutely amazing. So if I sell it, yay. If I don't, yay, because I still like this. But if anybody's interested in that, I'm looking at about $30. All right. Okay. So I think that's going to be it. I hope that you guys like the new things that I brought to view. And man, I'm hoping that I don't get so attached to so many other items that I am that woman that's out there just having a basket load of things. Now, I appreciate the people that actually do get out there and buy these things to sell them, but 9 times out of 10, those people actually have a shop that they sell it from. They have a booth, some type of shop to actually resell, or they create and they resell. So I'm trying not to be that person that has everything, because if that's the case, why don't I just open up a thrift store? That's just me. And maybe that's what a lot of people are trying to do, but I just kind of like to get the things that I love, and then I like to show those things. and then occasionally I will sell those things. But for those of you that really get out there and shop, kudos, because that's a lot of work. It really is a lot of work. But anyway, I thank you guys for tuning in. I hope that you give me the thumbs up. I also hope that if you haven't subscribed, then if you feel the need, go ahead and subscribe. I'd appreciate you. And those of you that are already in the family, I appreciate you tons. I remember stating that I wasn't going to give away a Father's Day gift, but I actually am. I was a little confused the day that I said that I wasn't going to do it because I thought that Father's Day was that next day, the 6th. But keep in mind that May the 6th was Mother's Day. So I had those two things kind of mixed up, and that's why I thought, well, I don't have enough time because I don't have enough time to send the gift to a person if they won. And I want to make sure that I have enough time to be able to do that. So if you're interested in wanting to win the Father's Day gift, then please stay tuned in on my channel just so that you'll be able to see what I'm giving away. So I don't have that much time. I think Father's Day is on the 19th. Is it the 19th? I think it is. I can't remember. But anyway, that's not far away, right? So just stay tuned and try to bear with me because, I've been going under a lot of craziness with this stress of my arm. I don't like this. I really don't. The doctors, they just get y'all paranoid and freaked out. But I'm just trying to really take good care of myself because the way I hurt my arm was very freakish. It was a very freakish accident that just happened, and I still try to figure out, how did this happen? How did this even happen to my arm? But it was just something that you wouldn't even think about. Even when I went to the hospital, they're like, you did what? How'd you do that? And I was like, I don't know. But anyway, just keep your prayers out for me. And like I said, my appointment is tomorrow early. So I will keep you guys informed on this shoulder that I can barely even move. But just pray, okay? All right, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope to see you the next time. Keep in mind, thumbs up, guys. If nothing else, thumbs up are free. Subscribing is free. And my information is totally free. Thank you guys for tuning in. Have a good one. Bye-bye.